Happy Easter wishes to everybody. It's the Sunday Coast to Coast Pick 5, final of the spring season. Jeremy Plunk from First Bet, along with Jeff Siegel at Santa Anita. Well, Brian Nadeau at Gulfstream Park join us in just a moment. Jeff, let's start in race number 3, 5.5 furlong turf sprint at Santa Anita. Then we'll go to Gulfstream Park for race number 8. It's a starter allowance to Peter route. Back to Gulfstream Park in race number 9, where turf sprinters and allowance company go 5 on the grass course. At Santa Anita, race number 5 will be a downhill turf sprint. And then in race number 7, it's the $100,000 John Shear downhill turf sprint, named for the 102-year-old former paddock attendant at Santa Anita, John Shear. Okay, Jeff Siegel, let's go to Santa Anita, race number 3. Who do you like in this turf sprint?
4 of these 6 entrants come out of the same race. They're hard to separate. This race is 5.5. That race before was 5. I think that's going to help see through it, who had a 6-race winning streak snapped when he had a bad trouble. He finished 3rd in that race, didn't get out at all, blew his chance at the break going 5. Now he goes 5.5. Hopefully he'll break from the rail and get a good trip. I like see through it to win it, but for protection, Chaos Theory, ex-class horse, good enough to win. He was sharp 2 races back over this course and distance. And then Barrison the Bold, you could probably throw him in as well, but instead of trying to go with him, I'm going to throw in Maven, who's quicker and dangerous and could get loose on the lead. So Barrison the Bold, who won this similar race last time, I'm tossing him out. I'm going to go 1, 2, and 4. See through it, Chaos Theory, and Maven.
A couple old stakes horses in that starter allowance. Let's go to the 5th. It's a downhill turf sprint, so a little different. We're 5.5 on the turf in the 3rd race. Here in race number 5, we're going down the hill. Looking for specialists. Who do you like?
I like an import here from France named For All Mankind. He's a single for me, making his U.S. debut. First time Lasix, first time gelding for John Sadler. He was running in some valuable handicaps and running well. I really like this gelding. I've seen him train, and I'm telling you, he is fit and ready and sharp and really, really good. I think he outclasses this allowance field. Flavian Pratt takes them out for Sadler. I like For All Mankind. That's his name. Number 4 on the program, For All Mankind, as a single for me in this 5th race.
All right, like that. Let's wrap it up then. The finale here. Race number 7, the John Shear. Again, we're going downhill on the turf course in the 7th.
Love the way Conclude broke his maiden last time out, 2nd start of his career. He is a good colt. He's going from maiden to a stake. I don't care. I mean, this is a quality 3-year-old colt I collected, trained by who else? Phil D'Amato. Pratt rides him back. 96 buyer number in his maiden win. I don't remember last time I saw that on the grass. Really, really good colt. For protection, I'll also throw in the number 5 horse, Halatic, who is very fast, comes off a very good 3rd place finish in the Baffle behind Johannes, who came back to win. You know what we think of Johannes. So Halatic, Conclude may have to be Johannes to win this race, but I think he might. So I'm going to go Conclude over Halatic, the 2 horses I'll use, 4 and 5 in the 7th race at Santa Anita.
All right, good luck to you and happy Easter, Jeff. Let's go to Brian Nadeau next at Gulfstream Park.
Coast to Coast Pick 5. $1 minimum. Player-friendly 15% takeout. Coast to Coast Pick 5. Weekends beginning January 7th.
Happy Easter wishes to Brian Nadeau as he joins us from the Silks Room at Gulfstream Park. We've got 2 to handicap, Brian. Let's start things off on the Tapeta in race number 8.
Yeah, you as well, JP, and everybody watching and listening out there. I'm going to go with the 6, Light Fury. Rohan Crichton off the claim. It's just such a prolific move, 34, 35%. I like what he's doing here with Light Fury. This is a horse that's been running on turf. You've got to dig a little bit. Go back and look at the Tapeta form here. He chased a horse called Yamato a few times, who just absolutely loves the Tapeta. Now Rohan back on the Tapeta off the claim. Miguel Vasquez, who could very well be our leading rider at the Royal Palm Meet. He's here. I think you have to use Light Fury, and certainly Carruthers is the house horse. 2 really strong Tapeta races. 1 for Carlos Perez, 1 off the Marty Drexler claim. He's the horse to beat. Well, let's try to do it with Light Fury and use them both.
All right, let's turn the page. Literally just 1 page in the program to race number 9 at Gulfstream. Next up in the Coast to Coast Pick 5, turf sprint allowance optional claimer here. Who do you like?
Well, I like Claudette here. I'm going to see if she can finally get there, because you look at this race, baby steps, the one to catch, probably the one to beat, but she couldn't see it out last time after dueling the whole way. And you got Golden Isle, who's a super fast horse. I don't think Golden Isle can win this race, She's a big problem for Baby Steps, though, because she's to her outside. She's going to be pressing her the whole way. So maybe once again, Baby Steps wins the battle and loses the war. And that's where Claudette Air comes in. She couldn't quite get there last time, but she's going to be running on late. And again, I just think Baby Steps might get a little late in the lane. I'll use them both. We'll leave it at that, 3-4 in this 9th race.
All right, let's take a look at the ticket from Brian Nadeau and Jeff Siegel on this Easter Sunday. Hopefully their eggs are filled with some treats and cash as you take a look at the picks, and let you know that updated scratches and changes will be available on the track websites for Gulfstream Park and Santa Anita. Good luck in the final Coast to Coast Pick 5 of the spring season.